kind of pet do you have, if any? Throughout my life, I've been around quite a few animals. It's been kind of a bit of a staple of my life. When I was very little, being partially raised by my grandparents, we had a dog, funnily enough, named Jaeger. Yes, full on after the hard liquor, Jägermeister. Jaeger was this. He was a boy. That's the only way I can put it. He was great. He was a German Shepherd, and we kind of grew up together. He ended up having some kind of glandular issue that made it so that he gained a bit of weight, especially later in life, and didn't help that he ended up getting a hip injury that resulted in an artificial replacement. He was around from when I was about 3 to, I believe I was 12 or 13 when he went out. He wasn't the only dog I ever had. Like when I finally kind of had something of a relationship with my mother, we had many different pets. We would kind of always take in strays whenever we found them. Dogs, cats, just pretty much whatever came across. Cat named Seven was the oldest one of the group. For all I know, he's still around today. I wouldn't exactly doubt it. I wouldn't know for sure, though. He was a tabby, and he had a small birth defect that resulted in extra toes on his feet. A not entirely uncommon one, but it was interesting because both of his front paws have 7 toes, hence the name. We had a boxer as well that was named Gracie. We ended up finding her after she just kind of showed up. She seemingly jumped over our fence into our backyard, and we ended up just keeping her. We were able to track down her old owners, but they elected to not keep her because the same way she got into our backyard is how they got out of their place entirely. She was apparently seemingly accidentally jumped the fence, and while going after birds or whatever else, and got herself stuck outside and wandered into our area. Another couple that we had were Chunk and Bianca. These two were rather interesting ones. They were from the same litter. Bianca was the runt of the litter, and Chunk was the biggest. Hilariously enough, they had the polar opposite personalities of each other in the way that you wouldn't expect. Chunk, as the biggest of the litter, was the biggest mama's boy you could ever think, and was, well, for lack of a better term, a kind of pansy. Bianca didn't really care at all what was going on around her. Kind of like if you're familiar with the autism creature kind of thing. Just kind of just chills there. That was her. Dog liked me for some reason, though. I don't know why. Nowadays, I got another German Shepherd. His name is Ranger. That dog. If you had a dog, you likely know that they typically try to always latch on to one person in life. They find that one person they care about, and that is their one, like, number one person. And depending on how you look at it, both fortunately and unfortunately for me, I am that for Ranger. I don't spend an incredible amount of time with him I'm mostly either cramped up here in my room, or I'm doing my job if I got one, or whatever else. That dog idolizes me for some reason, and a dog is a dog. They're creatures, is the only way I feel I can kind of put it. They're loyal to a dramatic degree to that one person, and I am just that person that he chose. Anytime I enter the room, I am the one that he always has his constant attention on, always kind of staring at me. He only ever listens to me if I'm the one that's in the room. I consider a couple times getting a cat to also accompany Ranger. I've had a couple circumstances in which I could have gotten one from the grand old cat distribution system, as we dub it. One time when I was working at my last job at a grocery chain, there was a cat that ended up getting stuck in the cart corral area next to the entrance of the store. And at the end of my shift, before I clocked out, I was still trying to get this cat out. Luckily, one of the customers that came by was able to fish him out, and they took him home and got him all taken care of. Customer was a regular, so I heard about the cat, and he's been doing fine. I hope he's still alright. Pets are a rather really cool aspect of life, I feel. I especially love dogs, and if I have the ability to, I will always have a dog. They're loyal, they're cute, and let's just face it, every dog needs a few pets here and there, right? Always pet a dog and cat when you see them, folks. See you guys.